Indian File Grenache 2014, which again we only bottled in May or something like that. But Grenache in South Australia, or certainly in McLaren Vale, is changing a little bit at the moment, and we're not always making the bigger styles with heavy oak. We're actually trying to make them more elegant, more Pinot-like, really accentuate the fruit character, especially when the Grenache comes from Blewett Springs, which Blewett Springs is a bit back in the hills, and it's also so it's a little bit higher, and then you've got those deep sandy soils which you probably saw this morning. So you get a little bit more elegance in the Grenache fruit anyhow. And then what we're trying to do is not put too much oak in it, so the oak doesn't have a big influence. In fact, most of this was in stainless steel for most of the time. We only put it in old barrels just over vintage because they wanted the tanks, and then we bottled it straight after vintage. So, but the other thing we've done with this is use a little bit of whole bunch, a little bit like the technique they use in making Pinot Noir and that sort of stuff. So trying to get another complexity in the wine without that complexity being oak character, and also trying to make it a little bit more ready to drink. So what we're thinking with this wine, this has just got lovely Grenache flavour that you can drink now. I mean, it's a great thing by the glass.
Second time I've tried it.
Yeah.
It's very deep on the back of the palate.
Nicely balanced.
Yeah, and got the lovely Grenache flavour. From up in Blewett Springs, you get a lot more elegant, lovely rose petals and dried herbs sort of Grenache character, not the big, ripe sort of, or very full. Yeah, it's like raspberry. Everything is a little bit more elegant from up that way. And this one's got great that flavour going through. You can see a little bit the whole bunch, a little bit on the nose, but more on the palate. Gives you a little bit more sweeter, richer characters there. A little bit more slightly stalky character to it. There's certainly no oak showing in it, and I reckon it's just a great way. We've just had a Grenache masterclass with Sophie Otten last week here, and a lot more people are making the Grenache that way. And Sophie certainly spent a bit of time talking about, using the Pinot Noir making techniques to make Grenache, and you will see people like SC Panel are using a lot more of this sort of character, and we're going away from the wines that have spent, Grenache that have spent a long time in oak, showing oak character and maturation character, and trying to get it out fresher and brighter, good acidity, and drinking it a little bit younger, which is the best way to enjoy Grenache.
Clean wine.
Yeah.